Hey guys, Adam Wilkins with .com Reps. We are going to talk today about heavy items in FBA and or Vendor Central. So several years ago, you could get away with selling heavy and or bulky oversized items through Amazon, whether it be Vendor Central or Seller Central FBA. And the fact of the matter is, in 2023, honestly, for the last 2 years, the metrics with the fee adjustments just no longer work. So whether you're a 1P vendor and your items are so oversized that it's throwing off your freight allowance and rapidly degrading your net profit, or you're an FBA and the cost to both ship into the fulfillment center and the fulfillment fees on top of the referral fee just make the item completely non-profitable. This also doesn't address the fact that these items, when undergoing return processing, have severe shortfalls, and they tend to get completely destroyed, and or there is no way to return them. So if it's a sofa, a desk, and we're not talking about a small desk or a desk that requires assembly, we're talking about something that is assembled that either needs to go by pallet and cannot go by small parcels. So a large item, a couch, an appliance, which is why you don't see many of those for sale on Amazon, especially not in FBA. We've seen large arcade machines have this issue, large portable air conditioning units. And again, we're not talking about small roll-around items. We're talking about large, big, bulky items, over 60 inches, over 50 pounds. So these products are having a lot of problems on Amazon, and really the only solution is FBM. And with FBM, you're going to do the drop shipping yourself, the fulfillment on your own, and Amazon Fulfillment Center will not touch it. You won't get hit with any fulfillment fees, but you'll have to pay the freight on your own. Now, you could buy freight through Amazon. It may or may not be cheaper, but the freight aspect, depending on the retail price point of the item, could also kill the economics of the sale, right? So it could be completely non-profitable when you account for the cost of shipping. And a lot of that has changed or morphed because we've seen an escalation of shipping fees and surcharges through the freight carriers. And we're talking about, UPS, FedEx, and USPS. So domestic freight, right? We're not talking about international. We're talking from direct to consumer, right? So from your operation to the consumer's house or place of business. So we consulted on a call with another business owner from the UK yesterday that had a large leisure item for the backyard, and they were going through a similar situation where it's difficult to make the numbers work, and they're concerned with potentially the returns and the cost of those returns and what do you do to returns. And from our experience, and I've mentioned this before earlier in the video, on the return side of it, Amazon's policies are just as liberal. So you will face a similar return policy, and it's definitely problematic if the item doesn't lend itself to being returned and or will be destroyed, and you're really leaving a lot of faith in the customer's hand to pack it out correctly and get it back to you. And 9 times out of 10, that does not happen. So there's a little bit of a challenge there selling those heavy items. FBM is the way to go. I would definitely look at that. You need to really do your due diligence on minimizing returns, increasing customer satisfaction, increasing the customer interaction pre-sale and during sale, just to thwart those returns. And anything you can do in terms of documentation, paperwork, cards, follow up to the consumer, so that you can reduce all and any customer confusion and or assembly post-sale, will help reduce those returns. So maybe it will be moot, right? You won't have that many returns. It won't be that big of an issue, or it will be a non-issue. So, I definitely appreciate the fact that some of you are struggling with those heavier items. But again, FBM is the way to go, and you just need to have a systematic approach to the pre and post sale to reduce those returns, increase the satisfaction, and reduce the potential for damages on those heavy items. I'm going to include a link here to a blog post on our website. There's a lot of great information on our blog for various different subjects that will help you sell better, more efficiently, reduce losses. That will be below in the link. Hopefully this information was helpful for some, and thank you for watching, and please subscribe to the channel.